All right, guys, it is the Blue Emu 500 NASCAR event here tonight over in Martinsville. Martinsville is a short track, so a little bit different than some of the tracks that we've seen so far this year. In Martinsville, we're looking for drivers who are specifically good at that course. Even though it's a short track, tough to compare it to other short tracks. So we're looking for experience specifically at Martinsville. The favorite tonight is Truex. He's at 500 plus 500. Elliott plus 600. We're going to kind of pass on those two guys. They typically, Truex especially right now, is getting hit with a lot of money. He's been very good here at Martinsville, especially recently, and then recently just in the Cup Series alone, he's been performing really well. So there's going to be a little. We're losing some value here on Martin Truex tonight. We're going to fade him. I never mind fading the favorite when it comes to a NASCAR race. Elliott as well, of course, the champion from last year in the Cup Series, always seems to be bet or over bet. So it's always tough to put bets on Chase Elliott. So when we're looking for value, I'm looking at that next tier, and I really want to focus on guys who have a pretty good history here at Martinsville. And again, Martinsville is the type of track where you can dominate quite a few laps. We've seen it in the past. We've seen Logano dominate. I could bring it up the exact amount of laps those guys have dominated in the past. I believe Logano was in 2018 when he won. He led 309 laps. Truex led like 464 laps. In the spring of 2019. Last November, Elliott was 236 out of 500 laps he led and wound up winning that race. So this is a race we could see. It could be fairly boring where you get a lot of laps led by the same person. So we could be getting, when we look at it from a daily fantasy standpoint, one or two dominators, maybe three dominators, but it has the potential of having one person dominate this entire race and really win it. They could lead 250 to 400 laps and win the race. So with that said, we're going to look here at really the next tier of guys. That's the guys I want to look at. Let me bring it up on the screen of the guys that we're going to be betting. So you've got Keselowski at plus 600. We're going to put these bets in to win 1 unit. So you'd have to risk about 0.17 units here on Keselowski at the plus 600. Keselowski's got really good... has just great form at this course coming into this. His last 5 times here are all top 5 finishes, including a win 4 times out ago. He's also won at this track before that. So coming on 5 straight top 5s, I like Keselowski here at the plus 600s. Blaney is also at plus 600. His last 4 trips here to Martinsville were all top 5s, including the last 2 times out were second place in both of those. Logano at plus 700. Again, that's going to be 0.14 units. We're looking to win 1 unit. Logano has a win here in 5 times ago, as we mentioned back in 2018. He mixed in a 19th place, but then he's had an 8th, a 4th, and a 3rd. At this track, and prior history years before that, he's had quite a few top 5s. So I do like Logano here at the price of plus 700, and then Kyle Busch is at plus 1200. We're going to be putting 0.08 units on that to win 1 unit. And Kyle's recent track history here hasn't been as great, but he went on a run there. Of one, let me count it up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe 8 top 5 finishes in a row before his last 3 were a 14th, a 19th, and a 9th place. Last year was just a horrific year for Kyle Busch. I still think he's one of the best drivers out there in all of NASCAR. I think maybe even the best driver. It was a crazy year. I know Kyle Busch has been blaming it on lack of practice. We still don't have practice time. But I think at the price plus 1,200, a guy who is very familiar, has a ton of experience at this track, and has had success here in the past, I'm going to take a shot on Kyle Busch rebounding and winning today at the plus 1,200. So there you have Keselowski, Blaney, Logano, Busch, Kyle Busch, that is. 0.53 units total of risk. Right, so we're going to do 0.53 units of risk to try to win 1 unit. Essentially, we're looking at taking all those drivers, and it's going to be a 2-to-1 scenario. So I like that. I don't like a lot of the matchups in NASCAR, and we'll go over NASCAR in depth in some future videos. But that's what I got for you guys tonight. Good luck, enjoy the races, and hopefully we could pull one out tonight.